Hello. I've been waiting a while for the Winchester 351 to arrive. Quite a number of you were writing me about it, and it was actually hard to find one in half decent shape, but here it is. And so I'll be making a video shortly. I just show it to you because some people were asking, what does it look like and so on. I guess there are a lot of young shooters out there that know it exists, but other than pictures on the web, don't know what it looks like. And yeah, it's true, there is no operating handle on the bolt. You operate it up front here, but we'll talk about this in greater detail. I just wanted to show it to you because I had some comments or requests to please show it when it arrives, so it took a while, but here it is. Quite a unique gun. And this video is actually primarily for David in Somerset, England. As I wrote you, David, you live in one of the best places on earth. I wish you had better gun laws, but if I had extra lives, I would for sure spend one in Somerset. Magnificent place. You're a lucky man. So here's the SR21, and this is probably not the same as your SR21. This is the Express, or they have different names depending on the market, Super Express, African Express, and so on. I can tell you that my good friend Ralph Martini designed this stock, and he based it on partly Rigby and Holland, and Heym asked him to come up with this stock, and it's the same. It is inferior in no ways. This stock handles, I've had Rigby's and all those guns, and I mean, you can go out and spend the pounds, and this is whatever it was, maybe $8 grand, I don't know, but it's perfection. The stock is ideal, the checkering's perfect, but you're probably not asking me about that because your SR21 doesn't have this. I'm assuming doesn't have the African Express design of stock. You want to know about the action. So what can I tell you? There is absolutely nothing inferior about this action. It is not a Mauser design, which means it is fundamentally not as perfect as a Mauser, but I'm a broken record on Mausers. Other than that, everything on the market is more or less a Remington 700 variant, whether it has 3 lugs or 2 lugs or however you do it, essentially. Very slick action. They wanted to get away from the high arc bolt, so that's open. In order to accomplish that, though, we've got a lot of tension on the striker. This is true of all these 3 lug bolts and all these guns that have the low bolt lift. So yeah, that's great. And all you need to do is open it firmly and quickly, and you won't notice that you're cocking the striker. So I do that without thinking. You'll notice at the range, people do this kind of thing. They hook their thumb here because there's a lot of pressure to lift the bolt, and then they do this. And they do that with Mausers too. But this has more pressure just simply because there's less arc to work with because of the bolt lift. That's about my only comment on this action. Other than that, it's supreme. The Heym barrels, well, for custom rifles, I used to only order Heym barrels, the stainless steel or the chrome moly. It has excellent sights. I'm not sure whether yours does or not. But it sounds like in Europe, I'll flip it around this way, the Heym is more popular. We've talked about the straight pull Heym, the SR30, and I'm going to go into greater detail on Patreon on this particular rifle. Some of you will probably ask me what caliber it is. It's 8x68S, which is an amazing cartridge that was invented long before Magnums became popular. But once again, if you just want to go out and you want to buy one rifle that fits as well as a stock can fit, and you wanted something modern with a removable magazine, and you did not want a Mauser, There are a lot of people that don't want Mausers because you generally don't get a removable magazine. I mean, you can get them, but that sort of doesn't go with a Mauser. It goes with this kind of rifle. It's slick, it's smooth, everything's made perfectly, and the stock is truly perfect. I know that, you know, dusk and dawn are important, but if you didn't have to think about those times, with these express sights, you can hit anything you need to hit in daylight, and you won't even have to think about shooting. It's instinctive and fast. There's no calculation, there's no cerebral cortex thinking in shooting. You just shoot, and that's what the British needed to do in their vast empire. Anyway, we won't go into all that stuff, but David, that's about it. So I hope that covers it. I'm not sure whether you're planning on buying one of these. Like, I don't even know if you have them available in the UK. This version is scarce, and like I said, you can trip down to London and get a Rigby or whatever, or Holland I should say, be more accurate. But you know, the cost will be different, and this rifle does it all. This stock that Ralph Martini came up with, which is based on a Martin Hagen design, which is tied in with Hartmann and Weiss. I mean, there's always more of a story to tell. Anyway, I know them all, and this is a fantastic rifle. I hope that does help you in some way and offer some information. And I should have put an 8x68 round on the table, but I'll do that on Patreon. All right, David, all the best in Somerset, and you take care. Bye-bye.